Guess who's back? It's your true sons, man. I am Kevin Rutland. Introduce yourself, please. Boom.
Hey, like he said, I'm Spoon, Sean Weatherspoon, aka Spoon Jones. I'm happy to be here.
And my guy in the all red supporting was it Kirkwood's finest. What you got? Who is this?
Jeremy Maclin.
Jeremy Maclin, man. Look, we're gonna do it again. We got a college football championship preview tonight, live. I'm gonna get right into it. I didn't pick these two teams to be this far. Who did? Who picked these teams? J Mac, you picked one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
did anybody think Notre Dame would be here?
No,
Man,
Nobody did.
I I got a little Kevin Rutland in me when it comes to Notre Dame. I started talking about how the coach dressed. That's the only way I could cheer. I was like, I like the coach now. He played ball when we was playing ball, linebacker, physical guy.
Yeah,
Much respect to him and what he's doing, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it, bro.
I couldn't see it either, man. I mean, Love is a player, but this team played their best ball at the right time. Let's just be honest. And I also think the road to the championship was a little bit easier. If I had to throw in some type of caveat or wrench in there in this really remarkable season, I'll say the road wasn't the hardest road. Some teams have played more difficult teams to get here. I
yeah,
think Ohio State beat the other two best teams in the country to get here. You beat Texas, you beat Oregon. You know what I mean? So Notre Dame's here, and I'm gonna lead off by saying I've been the same. I hope they get blown out. I hope
yeah.
that's
You're
what I
crazy.
hope. Because my feeling is the best teams are deserving of this of where they are, and it should show. It should balance out. So
Man, you're
I
wild,
think.
dude.
Yo, what are you saying?
Bro,
He said,
they laced him up. They laced him up.
They
Listen,
laced them up.
they laced him up. They laced
Hmm.
him up. And listen, I will tell you this. We said this last week. That Notre Dame defense is for real. But like, what people don't understand is like that Notre Dame team does have a lot of talent too. And I'm gonna talk about where they're probably the most loaded because I can talk about from experience now in that
Hmm.
at that running back position, right?
Okay.
Jeremiah Love is a dude, right? Jeremiah Love is a dude. I got the unfortunate end of the stick when we played him in the high school football playoffs, and he had 4 touchdowns, and he was the best player on the field.
Hmm.
Um, but like the reason why I'm talking about it is because like you go to their third running back, who's also another running back from the state of Missouri, Aeneas Williams. I mean, he's top 3 players I've seen in high school since I've been coaching high school. They now I would say in this area, but like dude, they are talented. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
this is a talented football team, and I use the running back position because I was able to play against one of them. I seen one of them
Hmm.
on tape a lot. I played against Christian Gray, right, the corner, right,
Hmm.
who's the other kid from St. Louis. So like, this is a talented team. Here's the deal. I've said this all year long. I think Ohio State has the deepest roster. I think Ohio
Yeah.
State probably has the most NFL ready guys right now on their roster. I think Ohio State's a little bit of a different breed, but it's college football.
It's
Notre
college
Dame has
football.
Notre Dame has to be better than Ohio State on Monday or whatever day they play, right?
The
On
20th.
January 20th. That's
Hmm.
it. Right? They don't got to be better than them on the other 364 days of the year. They got to be better than them on that day. And that being said, anything can go. It's a talented team. I think if you think top to bottom, I think Ohio State has the better team. I think Ohio State has the better roster. But I told y'all this, the Arizona State game, right? I said, you get a team that believe, you get a
Yeah.
good head football coach, which Marcus Freeman is a very good football coach,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
He has a really good staff. You do have talent. They believe. I think the game's going to be a lot closer than people may think it is. I
Yeah.
do think Ohio State is going to win the football game, though.
Well,
But
yeah,
hold on.
if Notre Dame wins the game, I'm happy, man. There's St. Louis kids on that team, right? I want to see those guys succeed as well. So, but I
No,
do think Ohio State's going to win the game.
I'm not happy if Notre Dame wins this game. I'm really not because this is my this. I'm gonna get to you. I gotta say something.
no, go ahead, bro. I love it. I
Hold on,
love it.
dog.
I'm
The
enjoying
reason I'm not
myself.
happy is because I don't want college football to resemble college basketball, where a team can get hot, go 15 from 20 from
No,
three and win. I don't like that.
What, but
And
like
it's looking like Notre Dame is gotten hot on a couple games. So I need you to be the best yes. What?
that's you want to like in college football. First of all, there's no such thing as that. Notre Dame has been hot all year long. They had one hiccup. They had one hiccup.
That was a horrible hiccup.
It was, but like you can peak at the right time. They did enough to win every game, and right now they're peaking at the right time. Like it ain't shooting threes, right? They are peaking at the right time.
Some way of putting it. But you battle Georgia without a quarterback.
Okay.
You battle Indiana, and we all know how I feel about Indiana. After that, dog, come on, man.
But
We
then you
playing?
beat a really good Penn State team that
That should balance it out.
here's the deal. Like
With some
that
questionable calls, but you did
that
beat it.
that went down to the wire with Ohio State. So like you got to understand, man. Like it's that's a talented football team, man.
Am I wrong for hoping that we see a repeat of what was that Georgia versus TCU about 4 or 5 years ago? I hope we come out here. I hope I turn the game off after the second half.
Two totally different teams, man.
That's what I hope. I didn't think TCU should have been there, and they made it. I don't think Notre Dame. I mean, 14-1, but you don't have a conference. Spoon, come on,
Hey,
please.
them
I'm
boys,
upset.
them boys don't got a conference. Them boys ain't got to split no money with nobody. Hey, right now, them boys they like Jello ball. They independent and they going major. They going major.
He just
Them,
signed 13 million.
Yellow just signed, yeah.
that university just picked up 20 M's by winning the Orange Bowl. They don't have to divvy it up with anybody. NBC in their pocket. I mean, they kind of got a great situation. Don't have to play a schedule that that they don't handpick themselves.
Right.
I think
That's
it's definitely
crazy.
skewed. It's skewed a little bit, but when you get to the playoffs, it's not 1 week. It's two. They're gonna have to put up for the how many
You
times?
had to win 3 games. You had to win 3 games to get
Hey,
in.
they just keep putting up. Whoever they put in front of, you pick them, we play them, coach.
But the
And
question is, would they have even gotten to this point? Would they even had to face Indiana
they could have
if
easily
put in
been a
the SEC?
Tennessee. I mean, they could have easily been an Ole Miss. Easily been a
Yeah.
a
Yes.
Miami. Easily.
Yes.
I mean, that's just where we at right now, right?
So should Mizzou drop out of the SEC and go independent and pick our schedule too?
They ain't got enough clout. You're gonna need a hit. I might swerve on that corner. Whoa. They got a hit. They come through with a hit, then they'll be able to control their destiny. But we haven't won the SEC. You know what I'm
But
saying? We
I'm
ain't got that
saying
clout.
if moving forward, I think Saban might have mentioned this. What does strength of schedule mean anymore? Just go undefeated. Just beat everybody you play. Put a couple of
To me, that'll
mid-tier,
get you
put a
in.
Louisville in there.
That'll get you in.
That'll get you in.
Hey,
wherever you at.
hey, can we bring up Notre Dame's schedule real quick?
Yeah,
I have
that's
it right
exactly what
here.
I was typing up.
We got Notre Dame with a win versus A&M before
That's A&M. They ain't got a chance to say who A&M played. They had the kahunas to go. Didn't they go to Kyle Field?
No. I think they went up there. I think they came to Ann Arbor. Let me see.
They went.
But they was in Texas.
They was in Texas. That was at
They
A&M.
were. That was a home game for A&M. You're right.
We have to. We got to give them a
Yeah.
little bit of props for stepping out there. I think that's kind of maybe why they had that hiccup. They kind of thinking, oh, we hot. We started the season playing against the big dogs. We
Mhm.
stood up. You know what I'm saying? And here we are now against Northern Illinois. We probably should whoop them. And boom, college football. Any given day, somebody can be better than you and beat you. But I think they
look,
learned
though,
from that, and their coach is just basically put
we're looking
together a
we're looking
master
at the
class.
schedule now.
Bro.
We got Navy. Come on, we got Army.
Those two teams were hot all year.
Listen,
Look, if we can say those
here's
teams
my
are
thing,
hot, then I'm really saying Mizzou, get out the conference right now.
Here's my thing.
They're gonna have to pay.
You can't they didn't arguably, right?
Yeah.
If you base it off what you see, like you talk about Texas playing a bad SEC schedule, which schedule's harder?
Texas' schedule, and this was crazy. Texas, I believe, still had a harder schedule than that.
I don't think so. Because you gotta think about it.
You faced Georgia twice.
You played USC. You played USC.
Sorry.
Listen, but this is going into the season. You don't USC with Lincoln, like that was supposed to be a top 10 football team.
on the road.
Then let's talk about where these teams are now.
That's fine, but this schedule
And
set in advance, right? Is what I'm saying.
no, I'm with you, but I'm just saying it's still a fact. If we're going to talk about where these teams are now, and then was
And
their
then on top of
toughest
that,
schedule.
listen, time out, whoa, time out.
Yeah.
And then they beat that same Georgia team that Texas couldn't beat
They
with the
didn't.
backup.
The
With the
backup came
backup.
in for
Bro,
man. The
the
backup
way the way Carson Beck was playing that game, the backup came in and saved the game, right?
barely.
So like you
Stop.
can't no, you are so bro,
I'm upset.
no, you picking your spots. You can't pick your spots, man. It is what it is. Listen,
So
I
it's
believe
not my
I
fault that
believe
every
I
win has an
believe
asterisk next to it.
I
It's not my
believe that
fault.
I believe that every team should be in the conference as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm Notre Dame and I win this game, I'm not going to no conference. For what?
No. I never would. And in
For
my
what?
opinion, they still shouldn't. You made it this far without it.
For what?
You've done
No.
this for forever. In my
I do
opinion, go ahead.
I do think the way that the national, like, not gonna say, the way that the NCAA is going,
Mhm.
they're gonna be in the conference by default. I can totally see the NCAA moving to like two big conferences, like an AFC, NFC, like the NFL does. I think that that's coming. I think that there's gonna be like a certain thing that you're gonna have to like qualify for to be in like the top of the top. I
I
do
can see
think
that.
that's coming. I don't know how it's gonna look, but I do see that coming.
Hey,
So go ahead, Spoon.
I'm gonna give them boys some respect, man. Because last year I think it was Coach Freeman's first goal, wasn't it? He was 4-2 versus top 25. This
Mm-hmm.
year, he just been, I mean, he just won, he just beat 3 top 10 teams his last 3 games. And I mean, they standing on business, man. This guy is 29, and I think, let's see,
Can
he's
we not go ahead?
as a head coach, he's 9-5 versus AP top 25, bro. So I'm gonna give him Notre Dame the respect because even though they don't get a chance to play in a conference. I mean, who's playing 14 games versus top 25 talent in 2 years? Like
Nobody.
that's 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 a lot
Nobody.
of games against ranked people, bro. Like and top
Nobody.
25 is supposed
Kevin,
to be
Kevin, knock it
something.
off.
Hold
And
on,
Mark,
hold on,
Freeman
hold
might
on,
have been
hold
there
on, hold
three
on.
years, but that might be 3 years.
This is his
But
third year.
It might be.
Wait. So if we're going to get into the details of those, you said 15 top 25 teams. This year alone, you got
I,
24 in Navy, you got 19 in Army. Do we respect either of those teams?
We got it. Hey,
you got to.
I'm just saying they're good
Listen,
football teams. They
time
might not
out,
be as
time out, man.
they
Time.
you might
No,
What?
they beat
Stop.
they beat Navy 49-14. We
Right.
yeah,
gotta respect them.
but
Right.
Navy ran it up on the SEC opponent in the bowl game. So I mean it's give or
We
take.
not. You're right. But you look, I can't help that I keep seeing the asterisk. I'm not counting these bowl games if your whole squad
Okay,
ain't
let me
around
ask you a
playing.
question. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. So there's an asterisk over them beating Indiana, Georgia, and Penn State. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about right
they
now?
just ran it up.
No.
Like, what are you talking about?
Only Georgia without the starting QB.
No,
Yes.
right? No.
Bro, wait, stop. Hold on, Mac. I'm trying to merge something here. So we have the college football committee wouldn't let Miami in last year. Was that Miami? Yeah.
Florida State.
Florida State. I'm sorry, Florida State last year because of a quarterback not being there. Let's just keep it that I'm trying to keep a level playing field. If you do it last year, I'm doing this year. So
I
then
don't think that was the reason though. That's what
yeah,
everybody. That's what the media. That was the media's agenda. That wasn't the
bro,
reason though.
no. I think some of the I think this was a statement like, hey, you're not the same team. You're undefeated.
I
How do I
think.
They
justify
were
kicking
picking
you out?
4 teams. They were picking 4 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in this climate, that
And that
team's
was
in.
undefeated.
Yeah.
How many teams were undefeated last year in that same position? I think I don't know if it was there an undefeated team. They were under. You can't, and they literally took them out of the college football playoff because of a quarterback. So if Georgia doesn't have theirs, I get to say there's an asterisk for that win.
I think that was I think that that's why this 12 team thing was implemented because I think that was more along the lines of conference and how they viewed the ACC at the time, not that the quarterback was missing. Because at this time it wasn't a guaranteed conference champions in the college football playoffs. I think it was more along the lines of that. Do I
I
think that
don't.
might have factored into it? Maybe, bro. But like you got to understand that like that dude like you're talking about the University of Georgia, right? You're talking about teams that have a dude that you were calling for to play in Arch Manning being the backup quarterback. That's the type of talent that's sitting behind these quarterbacks that it is that you're talking about.
Hey,
You were calling for Arch to play.
hey,
Hey, not to mention that
hey.
third guy that was at Texas went to Duke and balled out. He hopped in the portal. Now he's at Oregon State. So like this is the backup quarterback talent you're talking about. You
Hey,
can't pick and choose your battles, man.
I'm
Like,
picking them.
no.
I'm picking them. Hey, look, hold on, wait. At the end of the season, A&M finished unranked. Louisville, another team they played that was ranked, finished unranked. Let's go see Navy.
Ranked.
They finished ranked? Let's see. No, Navy finished 23? No,
Yeah.
unranked because they lost. Oh, no, they finished unranked. Army. Let's see that's who they beat. Army finished at 22. You played one team that finished ranked.
No, you didn't. You played 4 teams that finished ranked.
Who finished ranked? I just told you who
You
did.
just beat
State,
3 top 10
Indiana,
Oh man,
Georgia.
Look.
Knock it off.
I'm sorry. Maybe I was not clear in my argument.
Knock it
They
off.
shouldn't have been there.
Knock it off.
Kevin, as much as we don't want to say it, they the cream of the crop.
Blue
The
blood.
cream of the crop was Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is a blue blood.
So that's what we giving teams now. You got the name, so you get to get in.
Well, it's kind of
Who
like
USC in too. They sorry.
No, they
No,
was
my bad.
they were 11-1.
You don't play anybody, dog. You don't play anybody, dog.
It was 11-1.
Look, I'm sorry. Notre Dame.
even if they don't play nobody, they just played them boys. And I think why the Georgia win is more impressive to me is because they out physical Georgia. I think the whole thing about these conferences was like, oh, they might not be physical enough, they might not be fast enough, but they stood up to one of the SEC powerhouses that we all know of. That
without a quarterback.
without the Q. Okay,
Stop
you'll see that.
saying
But I'm
that.
saying
I don't
When
know
you
why-
were calling for Arch Manning to play,
the Q
stop.
going somewhere else now, Kevin. He
Stop.
going somewhere else.
First off, can we all agree? Because the Arch Manning comment, I hear it. Can we all agree that Texas probably has the best quarterback in the country as their backup? It's not just any backup. Come on, J Mac. We're not just talking about putting Kevin Rutland at quarterback. We're talking about Arch Manning.
He top tier.
If
From
you
the
wanna
name
lose,
standpoint.
if you want to lose,
You
you throw Kevin in there.
You can't name a team in the country who wouldn't take him right now as their starter, even if they have a starter.
No, yeah, Texas.
Stupid. It looked like they should have made the
No,
change.
bro. Here's the deal. What we don't see is what they see every single day.
No, I'm saying coming in the next season.
I'm saying. I don't care what you're saying. I'm saying what I'm saying. What we
I don't care what you saying.
what we don't see is what they see every day, right? There's a reason why Sharp stuck with Quinn. There's a reason why we don't see it every day.
No. It's called loyalty.
No, it's not.
And
It's called, hey,
coming
I'm
into this
trying to
season-
bring Texas back to being relevant. I got a chance to win a national championship. I'm going with the guy that I feel like gives me the best chance to win a national championship.
I think it's great communication by the university because, I mean, I'm pretty sure he came there knowing that Quinn's already there. He has an opportunity to be his backup, probably play some spot duty, but I'm pretty sure coach put that on his plate. Like, this is what we got, bro.
That room was loaded. Murphy, it was Quinn, Arch, and Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, and there's a reason why Murphy got out of there. There's a reason why Arch the backup. There's a reason why Quinn's the starter. Shark know what he's doing.
Yeah. Hold on. Hot take. Are we saying that we don't feel like Arch could have had a better season than Quinn did this year?
I don't know. I'm going.
That's where we lie. We right there with it. We just
I
don't
know. You
Look
sit up here saying, "Oh
Look
yeah,
here.
crazy. Arch would have been way better." Like you don't know that. You don't see what goes on Monday through Friday. You don't know that.
Hold on. So Arch did put some tape out there, guys.
He did.
And he threw for a lot of yards, scored some touchdowns. We saw what he could do.
Here's the deal. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would we even know that Arch was there if his last name wasn't Manning? I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know. I think Arch can play.
It's a great
But
point.
I believe that Shark went with the guy that he thought gave him the best chance to win a national championship. Like, you know how many times we were I can pull up our group text messages. You know how many times in them Texas games you was calling? How many times in them Texas games you was calling for Arch and he stuck with Quinn? Bro, that's telling. Now here's the deal.
Look.
If we're a 6-6 ball club, okay, you want to say loyalty or whatever, okay. Not when you got a chance to win a national championship.
Hold on. Wait. I think. I don't know. I don't want to lie to you guys.
Hey, listen though. Even after we thought Arch played well when he came in for when Quinn was injured, he still went back to Quinn.
Look, stop. I'm not sure how many games Arch saw. I want to say it was 2 or 3 games, but he threw for almost 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. This is a top tier quarterback, not backup. It's the top tier quarterback.
He might have played UTSA. He probably got 6 touchdowns in that game.
He did. One of them was slot. Hey, Notre Dame's whole schedule was UTSA's. You ask me. Nobody's been this ranked.
Hey, but this where I'm gonna get you with the Arch thing though, right? And this is why I was calling for him. And you'll probably agree with me. It's the dynamics that he has with his legs.
I'm with you.
Man, if we could have just saw a sprinkle of that, boom, because you know he can throw it too. So it gives it makes you as a defensive coordinator, you stressed out.
I'm seeing 6'4", 225 straight out of New Orleans. I mean, he got a little spice, got a little flavor with him too.
He got something to it. He got a little itch to him. He got a little
come on, man.
Hey, Ben.
But listen, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You are the coach at the University of Texas, right? You have a chance to bring you've restored it, right? You got a chance now to get out front and center on the national stage and win a national championship.
Yeah.
Right? You're not playing. Of course, you're gonna play the guys that you feel like give you the best chance to win.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Okay. That might be right, but let me throw out one other caveat. I'm not saying it is the case, but let's just throw some out there. If I'm the coach of UT and I've set out my season, I say, hey, Quinn is my guy. We're gonna ride with him. I think, hear me out. I think this also speaks to recruits. Like, hey, look, when coach says something, he does something. He's not flip flopping. At times, you better flip flop, dog. It's bigger. It's bigger than you. It's bigger. I don't care. I think Sark took a time to be loyal, and that's great. Good. Thank you. I would love a loyal.
You know what trumps all that?
What's that?
Is I have a chance to win a national championship. It trumps all that.
And you just don't think
I owe it to those kids that play for me to put the best product on the field that are doing things the right way that will give us the best chance to win a national championship. I owe it to those kids. I owe it to the university. I owe it to the alumni. I owe it to anybody that represents Texas.
Until it's first and goal.
And you run it second goal. You run the toss.
Okay, yeah. When it's goal to go, I didn't see Sark doing what Quinn does best. You know, that's where it gets me. So we have those lapses as players. We have those lapses in judgment as play callers. And I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've been on those teams where you're like, man, if we can just go back, man. But to me, I like when come on, man. Ain't too many white guys running that fast playing quarterback in college football. But I tell you what, that one in Manhattan, Kansas, Avery Johnson, he a Johnson. That's a brother. That boy, flat out running. Manning, growing up in that New Orleans area, got a little brother in him now. We know them uncles. We done seen him. Hey, let him spin, coach.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, Matt.
As a play caller on a smaller scale, right? Like, bro, now you rep these plays, man. You get into these situations, man. It's a cat and mouse game, right? You think that, hey, when we line up in this formation, hey, we might have an edge, right? That's why we might be able to get outside, do a toss sweep, right? Or throughout the course of the game, like we haven't had the type of success that we wanted to have running up the middle. Hey, let's go off tackle, let's go offside. Here's the deal: if the play works, he's a genius. Oh, they ain't been running up the middle all day. That's a great play. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? It's easy to say, yo, listen, I'm running it 4 straight times down. Okay. And if you don't get it, man, why he didn't do nothing else? Why he kept running the ball and saying, hey, guys?
No. Whoa. I disagree.
because I
No,
trust.
that's what people do.
No, no, no. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I would think. If you go 4 times and you run up the middle and you just you go home, I'm going to score the ball this way. I view that as a boxer going out on the shield. Like you went out and you
Okay,
you
and
it
how
made it a true
and
combat
how
sport and
many
y'all win at it.
and how many times, right, have I sat there and watched Pacquiao in that Marquez fight? Pacquiao, why are you sitting there trading with that dude, man? Do something different, right? It's the same thing. You want to go out on your
Go
shield,
out.
great. You
Yeah.
got knocked out. You had him on the ropes, had you just slipped him, had you just regrouped, now you win the game. People are gonna question everything as a play caller. You never, if your play doesn't work, you made the wrong play call to everybody else,
You
and even to yourself, right? You
hold on,
think
wait.
about,
Wait.
dang man,
I think you're right, but it's not all the time. And I don't want to get too far off, but Pete Carroll not giving the ball to beast mode.
yeah.
I don't think anybody says that was a wrong call if he gets the ball doesn't work.
No, everybody's saying that's the wrong call on the play because yes,
If he gives the ball to
brother.
Marshawn Lynch and he doesn't score, we're saying,
No,
oh
no, no,
Pete,
no,
what were
no,
you
no, no, no,
thinking?
no, no, no. You're saying that everybody feels like no, nobody's gonna question that. I
It's
agree with
just,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with you. But here's the deal though. There are some That's the one time where I can see where you're coming from.
And
But here's the deal though. If it don't work, you're gonna be some people that, man, you didn't just pass down and did it. Like it's gonna be people that say that too. Yeah, you got beast mode back there. I'm playing devil's advocate. It's gonna be people that say that as well. That's
all
all I'm
right,
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Go
look,
Arch Manning, except for not against Missouri next year.
yeah, yeah, please. My bad for getting off on. Let's get back to Ohio State Notre Dame. That was just me saying I don't. Notre Dame. Look, Notre Dame fans, I see you. Yeah, yeah, you made it this far, and you've made
I
the most
see
out of the
you.
opportunity. I see you. Don't get me wrong. I see you because I played on a lot of underdog teams, and I feel like in comparison, this is an underdog team. Even now, they're an underdog to Ohio State. So I feel you. I'm just not a fan of the underdog unless I'm on that team. I don't want to see upsets and all that. But now let's get down. I want to talk about the stat line between these two teams. Statistically speaking, outside of Love, it's not even close. Passing yards, and to be honest with you, even rushing, uh, Ohio State's leading rusher is Henderson at 967, but he's got about what's this? Almost 30 carries less than Love.
Yeah.
So one could argue that he would have broken that 1,000 yard, marker if given the ball 28 more times,
Hmm.
which is probably like a game. You know what I mean? So I I'm not saying Notre Dame is underdog because the schedule. I'm saying the stat line is just not as good as Ohio State. This is why I'm picking Ohio State to win this game. Does anybody Spoon, who you picking to win the game?
I think just based on what I've seen, um, I'm going to this game thinking Ohio State's the favorite as well. But I think also trusting what I've seen from Notre Dame is that they know how to compete in the big game. You ain't seeing them
That's
getting.
true.
They're not in a position where they're desperate. They're not
Hmm.
out there looking like they're outside of themselves. Now they haven't whooped people as much as Ohio State has whooped people by, but
Yeah.
I think this last game was quite telling. That shoot, Ohio State gonna be challenged as well, and we know Texas is a great football team, and we have to put respect on Notre Dame's name and call
Hmm.
them a great football team in this moment, and they just have to be great one time. And I like how Texas kind of shored up the passing game. At least when it comes to Jeremiah Smith, I know they dedicated a lot of people out there, but I can
Hmm.
pretty much see Notre Dame. They have a tough front. They were able to stop Georgia from running the ball, able to tackle in space, able to have a lot of energy, make plays, create turnovers. This is the type of defense that one play can get them going. Kind of like the Vikings and the Rams last night. I saw
Oh my
Sam
goodness.
Sam Darnold took a hit. Next thing you know, the Rams are running the other way with the ball, and you just don't
Hmm.
think they have a chance after that. And that was early in the game. So
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame has the mentality to come out, play well, make a big play to spark the offense. They're gonna have to give them some energy. Ohio State ain't gonna have to give their offense no energy. I feel like they're gonna come out. Their quarterback has played better. They have more weapons when you look at it. But at the same time, do they have a national champion lacrosse player on their team? because Notre Dame does. They know how to win. This guy's already a national champion last year. I think his name is Faison, right, Mac? It might be his name,
I
wide
think it is.
receiver. But
Yeah.
he won already in lacrosse, and he's bringing that culture, over there with what they call I forget I don't know all the Notre Dame names, but anyway, I
Fighting
truly
Irish, I don't know.
believe that it's going to be a tight game, and I'm taking Notre Dame because I am a believer. I went against them every time, even during the season. I cheered against them, just like you, Kevin. But the teams that they beat, they showed me they belong here too. And their quarterback, man, he ain't shabby. He ain't shabby. I know they're not throwing the ball as much as he did at Duke, but he's coming out with a little moxie when he's running, and he's taking care of the football. If you take care of the football, you will get your.
Sometimes.
He threw 2 picks.
Last game. Yeah.
He threw 2 picks last game.
Two picks, 1 interception.
Was that in the first half? Was that in the first half?
I don't remember. It sounds right though.
I didn't see a play in the first half. So I'll take that back. I'll take that back. But I watched the second half. I watched them close the game. I also watched them versus Georgia run for it on a fourth and got to have it. I just see like somebody that's just going for it, man. And I really feel like the coach is just in this moment right now, man. And I'm not a fan of Chip Kelly. I'm not a fan of Ryan Day. I am a fan of all those athletes. Caleb Downs might be my favorite defender in college football. Sawyer coming off the edge, Quinn's old roommate, making plays. Those guys are playing at a high level. I like the linebacker Simon. I like Newsome. He crashing out on the back end, the corner, safety, whatever position. I really believe that it's going to be a tight game, but I'm going to rock with Notre Dame's toughness, and I'm going to rock with them being able to finish the game with their coach making good decisions down the stretch.
Matt, hold on. Before you pick, I got one more thing to say about Notre Dame in the road to this championship game versus Penn State. We have 2 interceptions from the quarterback. Your running back goes 11 for 49, and you have a receiver with 100 yards. It's not a wild game in my opinion. But with the receiver, okay, versus Georgia, who they beat 23-10. Quarterback throws for 90 yards, 1 touchdown. He also leads them in rushing with 80 yards. And your Faison, 4 for 48. This is why I'm going to say Notre Dame has a fighting chance because they apparently got some fighting Irish luck on their side.
Up front.
Leave these horrible stat lines and win games.
It's one of those things, bro. It's gonna come down to this, right? Like, Notre Dame's secondary, in my opinion, is not as good as Texas, right? So now, what do you do?
Hold on, Matt.
Whoa, Frank. Hold on, Frank.
But they play with more confidence. They play with more confidence than Texas DBs. They're on you. They're not backing up. They're not retreating. They may get beat, but they're playing sticky coverage, bro. I watched them against A&M. They challenged them all night, bro.
Right. They're not going against, and they don't got 4 first-round draft picks on the receiver room.
They don't.
Good point.
You feel what I'm saying? So like my thing is this, right? Like here's why. Like you go back to Ohio State and Texas. If Henderson doesn't get that personal foul, right? That game's gonna get ugly fast. That's truly how I felt the game going.
I did too.
Right?
We all
knocked
did.
them out. Like so, like Ohio State has a offense, bro, that can overwhelm you if you allow them to. It's gonna come down to can Notre Dame's defense keep playing the way they've been playing against a much more superior offense than they've seen over these last couple weeks. That's what it's gonna come down to. Right?
Much more superior.
Much more superior. Right? Now, can you get to Will Howard? Right? Can you rattle him? Man, that Will Howard's playing with so much confidence right now. We talk about Texas like making them look semi-human, right? He still passed the ball for 290. I'll take it. He passed the ball for 290 against Notre Dame. They probably in good shape.
Probably, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's one of the things you got to look at. I do think Notre Dame's defense is really good. I love the safety. I forget his name. I love the way he plays, right? I love their front. I love their linebackers. I just think that this is I think this is the best offense they played all year long, and it's not close.
No,
right?
It's not close.
I think Like, I don't think it's remotely close to anything they've seen all year. You got two running backs on the verge of 1,000 yards. You got both of them that can kill you in the pass game. You got a tight end that's getting more involved. You got that beast of a freak outside. You got the other receiver, right? You got Tate, who's an afterthought. He's got about 800 yards receiving. Like, bro, they just roll, man. They just roll. They just roll. They just roll. And I think losing to Michigan at the time they lost to Michigan, right, was the best thing that ever happened to them. I think those guys are playing with confidence. I think Ryan Day has a different confidence. I think Chip Kelly's calling the game more freely, right? And that defense is just going. And when they start getting after you, right, I think the one thing that Leonard's going to have to do, he's going to have to extend plays with his legs. He's going to have to be a runner in the run game.
He can.
You pick up an extra half man. You pick up an extra man in the blocking scheme, right? He's going to have to be a runner, right? I just think that, like, that Ohio State offense is something that Notre Dame hasn't seen all year long. And I think that's what, to me, right, I think that's kind of what, I think that's going to be the deciding factor. Can that defense hold up against that offense?
Where I was impressed with their defense was how they stopped the run. I know Penn State ran the ball quite a bit. They had 3 rushing touchdowns. Number 13 ran them. He didn't get 100. He normally was hitting they was averaging about 12 against Boise when he was starting that game.
Yeah.
I mean, the other running back was it 13 and 10. Both of them were fire. Singleton. I just truly think, bro, like it's football. It's football. Like Ohio State. It's not like they're doing these funky formations. Just playing football. If you run the ball, I know running downs. I get my kids ready for running downs. Keep them empowered. Boom. They keep the runs to minimums.
We played on the collegiate level, right? In the collegiate level, what is the objective? The objective is to get my athletes in space, in places where they have the advantage, right? That's why it was so good when Yost used me inside, Christensen used me inside, because I was playing against what? I was playing against guys who could not guard me.
They don't stand a chance. Yeah.
Chip does a great job. That is what Chip does a really good job. It's not a coincidence that when he got to the league, D-Jack's best years in Chip Kelly's offense. My best years in Chip Kelly's offense. Because what he did, he put us in position to where we were going to be successful. He does a great job of that.
But I think they lose that edge because of situational, though. Yeah, they're going to get the numbers. They're going to get boom, 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 boom. You got the best special teams unit in that's alive in the playoffs on Notre Dame side. Ran a kickback against Georgia, bust the game open. Made field goal right before halftime, essentially put them up by 10. I truly think that it's going to be situational football as opposed to some walk in the park TCU type of Michigan type thing.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't want it to be a blowout. Like I said, if Notre Dame wins that game, I'm happy because I want to see guys that come from where I come from succeed. But I just think that, like, I think if it's a close game, right, they got a chance. Yeah, if it's not a close game.
Yeah, I don't think
there's not a chance that Notre Dame
built to
throws
come
out
back.
Ohio State.
They're not built to come back.
But you can see it the other way around, though, right?
Yeah, of course. Like Ohio State, yeah, they can roll that thing out and run it up.
Okay.
But shoot, they was just in the fight, just like Notre Dame was.
I put like this, and if Notre Dame gets to 28, I think it's going to take 28 to win. I think it'll take 28 to win. Can they get to 28?
I don't see them getting to 28.
I don't see them getting to 28. I see them winning by making a play on special teams or winning the turnover margin and scoring, 24 max.
Look,
right. I don't know if you win if you don't get to 28.
I think you can because I just saw Texas give them the touchdown.
But in the playoffs, essentially, Ohio State hasn't let anybody get to 28.
They've lost too.
No, I'm saying in the playoffs.
But I'm saying, and they've lost games, right?
Oh, they've lost games this season. Yeah. But you got Tennessee 42-17, Oregon 41-21, which I'm guessing those 21 points were trash.
I'm gonna say this: the 2 games they lost, one of the games Oregon had to score over 30. I don't anticipate Notre Dame being able to do that, right? And then the other one, I say this all the time, man. No rival games, man. You throw all that stuff out the window, man. It's a different thing, right? We played in them, right? We played KU when we were on paper, stat-wise, so much better than them, right? And they got us.
Were we?
Frank, come on, man. Frank, come on, man.
Come on, Frank.
Come on,
So
Frank.
you mean tell me they wasn't doing stuff we couldn't stop?
No, we're saying
Frank,
on paper, on paper, on
I
paper.
said
I'm
on
just
Frank.
what they were doing in the game, throwing a short pass to Kerry Meyer. Could we stop it?
No, we couldn't stop it.
Frank,
But
listen.
on
I'm
paper,
I
telling
said
on paper.
I said when you get
you.
into those rival games, bro, you throw all that stuff out the window. Is what I'm saying. That's why, like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the Michigan game is just like, bro, like, with that
This is a
much
Big Ten
history.
game to me. This is a
That's a
Big
different.
Ten game to me, bro. I mean,
yeah. To
essentially,
me, too, this is
this
a
is a
Big Ten
Big
game to me
Ten
too.
game to me, bro. It's like it's gonna be one of them
Yeah,
slugfests.
it is. It is. It is.
I
I
I
agree with you.
I, I see this being tight, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Ohio State might not go out here and twomp them the way they twomp Tennessee, the way they twomp wasn't it? But I mean, they
Yeah.
literally. I kind of said, boys might shot their wide a little bit with all them points. And then the Texas game, here they was sitting at 21, with
But
Texas
but
could be getting the
but
stops
but
to win the
here's the
game.
Frank. That's the number one defense in the nation.
Yeah, Texas.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. And they still had over 400 yards total offense. Penalties killed them. Like threw a pick. Like so, like they
40 to 40.
still.
You can get them yards 40 to 40. You got to close it.
I
You can
hear
get them
you.
yards.
I'm just
I,
saying.
I,
If I watched that game, there was not one point in time in that game I thought Texas was gonna win that football game. It just wasn't.
whoa,
See,
whoa,
and
whoa,
that
whoa,
may
whoa.
be
Yes, you
true.
did.
That may be true. I just kind of
There
felt
was
like
not
it was a
not
game.
a minute of that game where I thought Texas was legitimately challenging them to win the game, even when they made that drive. Even when they made everything was so much harder for Texas. Everything.
We probably we
Yards were
probably
so much harder for Texas.
we probably didn't expect when that had a lot to do with Quinn and his timing. And that's why we talked about Arch. Because I'm telling he was playing like it was moving too fast for him until he kind of settled down.
I
But
mean, it was 14-14 heading to the fourth.
I hear you. But it
Look,
was still.
last week I took UT with my heart. I probably shouldn't have. So I'm watching that game, and that's why I'm watching it thinking, oh, maybe there's a chance. But maybe, objectively speaking, maybe it wasn't close like that, Mac. But when I watched that
No,
game, I'm pulling for him.
listen,
I'm
man.
thinking, oh, it's close.
Y'all, we've been in college football is so unique, right? It's so
It
unique,
is.
right? There's so many different things that go on, right? I can remember us in our season in '07, bro. We played Illinois State to 38-17, and I needed a punt return touchdown. Like it was, you see what I'm saying? Like it was a close game all
Yeah,
night. So like it's so unique, man. Like it's so unique, and like
that's true.
anything can happen. I
Yeah,
just think like I think if all things considered, it never happens. All things considered, both teams bring an A game. In my personal opinion, I think one team's ceiling just a little bit higher. Right. That being
yeah.
said, I think Notre Dame. I think that's a really good football team. I think Notre Dame has a lot more talent, Kevin. You may think that they have. Right. I think they got a coach that like the most scary thing that you could have, man, is like go against is a team full of people that believe.
yeah.
Like
Look,
they believe, man.
And you got a resume to solidify what you've done. To like, oh, this is why we believe because we've done it. I
Yeah.
mean, they're the second scoring defense in the country. You know, that's the most important stat for me because, like I said, you can get all this, all that, but we keep
mhm.
you out the end zone and we can have a chance. And that's all they're really gonna need in this game is a chance. And I think they're gonna have to take advantage of that chance because this ain't no walk in the park. This is Ohio State. Like you said, they got everything everywhere.
I have a question for you, Jay, Mac, and Spoon, because we've always talked about how you call, as a play caller, how you call this game, this
Mhm.
type of game.
Mhm.
If I am Notre Dame, I'm throwing everything I got at Ohio State. Last game of the season. So Mac, can you tell me you go into this game as Notre Dame confident that what you've done all season is enough to beat this team? Is that what we're saying? What makes you think that offensively?
The interview that Marcus Freeman gave,
Uh-huh.
Defense.
the interview that he gave, he said they're struggling to run the ball, right? I believe the game was tied or they were down, right?
Hmm.
He said we got to figure out a way to run the football. That's who he is. He's not changing. That's who he is, right? That's what he's going to do. He believes in it. He believes in that team. That's what they do well, right? He believes in those guys. And that's why I say, like, that is one of the most contagious things, right? When you got a coach that's confident, who has an identity, right? Who got players that want to play for him, you got to think about it. Remember this.
Hmm.
The players chose him.
It's,
They chose
that's
him. He was
true.
the D
Hmm.
coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
They chose him,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, it's a different sense of the type of team that you have when that's happened. Now on the flip side, if you want to get into that, now I think it's settled down. On the flip side of that, you got people that want to get Ryan Day up out of there. I think it was way premature, but like, there's a different sense of like feeling
Yeah.
like when you got a team full of people that is willing to do whatever it takes to win the football game, not only because they believe in each other, but they also believe in the man that's leading the charge. Right? They handpicked him. I don't know if Notre Dame viewed him as I don't know what they did. I
Mm-hmm.
know the amount of support he got from that team, those guys in that locker room. Right?
Which says a lot. Which says a lot.
Yeah.
And hats off to him for making it this far and knocking down every
He's
foe.
all
I'm
right.
telling you, I'm going. I have to give him the props for winning the game. Or you won the game. It's not my fault. You have an asterisk next to your wins, but you won the game. You won the game.
Well,
Can't say that, Kev. Kev, if people gave us asterisks when we played, what would you say?
Uh, versus who? Pick the
I,
team.
I don't know. I don't know. What would you say though? We played. We've been there. We
Then
played the
then
game.
then I would argue the asterisk. But if you come and tell me if let's say the year when we lost Oklahoma twice, let's say the game one we play them, they beat us, it gets out of hand, and then we play them in the championship game while the quarterback we win. Am I supposed to think, yeah, if they would have still had Sam Bradford, we beat them or something like that? No. I have to be a realist then.
Man, you're
That's what we
wild.
do.
You are
That's not
wild.
wild.
You are
All
wild.
right.
Hey,
What's that?
Freeman, he's a Buckeye. So Kevin, when you talk about throwing everything, including the kitchen sink,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be a little emotional. I'm sure he will be.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this is a great opportunity. Could you imagine coaching against Missouri?
Man.
And maybe that's the job you want, like deep down in your heart or something. You like,
Mm.
Hey, listen.
show them how I get down. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Reed say don't peak too soon. Now, hopefully Freeman ain't peaking too soon.
Nah,
Don't peak.
hey,
You peak too soon. You ain't
yeah.
got nothing left.
I think
Don't
my
peak too
thing, if
soon.
I'm Freeman, I'm gonna show my boys. You know,
Yeah.
you
Them
boys show
boys.
play. But I'm gonna show them boys that they belong. Like the highlight tape. Oh, I'm like, Shuey, dial it up. Dial up the tape. What's the new song? What y'all, what the YNs listening to? Oh, Viking. Oh, put that Viking on by what's
and,
his
let,
name? Sahabe,
and,
whatever.
and
Hey
let them
man,
run and let them get
them boys
crazy.
about to be. It's gonna be a great game. I'm mad I got to wait. Almost a week for it. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it, but I think that
I'm
bodes well for Notre
mhm.
Dame's run game because they can get love out that knee brace.
Is he gonna be out of it? I haven't read
Give,
anything about it.
give him some more time. I can't help but think he's gonna be wanting to feel like himself out there.
No, he can run the ball. Don't get me wrong. Now, what when they started running between the tackles that second half and he was fighting for extra yards, I didn't look. Mac, you said it a few times during this show. They have talent on that side, on that team. That's
Man,
not the
yes,
debate.
yes.
My question is the talent necessarily battle tested for the entirety of the season throughout the playoffs? Okay, I'll take away the answers for Georgia, even though it kills me to do so. That's crazy.
It's a new
Then
season,
yes,
Kevin. It's a new season.
it is a new. Yeah, it is. It is. I just don't know if their road to this game was the toughest.
Well,
I
I tell
really
you
don't think
what,
it was. You
they
pull. You
defense is.
pull. How many of us, if we could pick the teams, would say, all right, give me Georgia without a quarterback, or play Oregon. Everybody's taking
I
Georgia without a
think
quarterback.
I think it's no coincidence though that when we saw this playoff bracket, right, before we knew Carson Beck was out, right, we like the one thing that seemed to be pretty constant was, yo, Notre Dame can get Georgia. That was the one constant.
Yeah.
This is before we knew Beck was out. It was like Notre Dame could get Georgia. It was also, yo, Penn State can get Georgia. I'm sorry, I'll take that back. I'll lie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was Notre Dame
What?
could get Georgia, right?
Uh-huh.
It was Penn State also has a way to the finals as well. That's what stood out to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
What stood out to me was Notre Dame could get Georgia in that second round, right? And then Penn State had a chance to make it to the national championship. That
Yes,
was
it's
one
because
of the things.
Penn State had the easiest road.
But those were the two things that stuck out to me, and it's no coincidence, right? That I like Notre Dame is. That's not a coincidence. Notre Dame is here, right? I BS you not. Like those were the two big things that stood out to me.
Hey, somebody could argue that look here, Penn State beat Penn State beat SMU crazy. They beat Boise State crazy, even though that game was closer than the score shows. So one could argue that Notre Dame still had the easiest road. They had to even play Penn State because
Well,
Penn State ain't really played anybody.
well, go watch Penn State and Notre Dame and see if Penn State plays somebody. I'm not Notre Dame, Penn State versus Ohio State. Go watch that game and see if they play somebody. And see what that game looked like. See if it's
Yeah,
That was a tight
if
game.
but like Frank, you got to be careful because that is a
yeah.
rival. That is
I just
knowing.
got to give it because they actually played a team
And it
that's in
wasn't
the
and it
final.
wasn't
I
a close
got to
game.
say
Yeah.
that they
That's fair.
belong.
That's
You know,
fair.
that's
That's
all.
fair. That's
And
fair.
that
They
was
fought
20
with
to
Oregon
13.
in the championship game, right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Beat
Yeah,
the
that's
crap
fair.
out of SMU. I
That's
mean,
fair.
I won't say I can't say they were slow. I can't say, they did have an easier route. Like you're
That's
right.
They
fair.
did.
They did.
And Notre Dame might have been their first test.
Yeah.
Now, Notre Dame's first test, I'll say Penn State was a
Yeah.
test for them.
Penn State's a good test, but you're right.
But
And
now
Notre Dame,
they about to go against a team, dog. Like it's not.
Yo, listen. Like I said,
Yeah.
like I said about the Notre Dame thing, about how we said they could have got Georgia, how Penn State could end up in the national championship. Also, what
Mhm.
we saw on that tape was, dang, Oregon got screwed. That was also something we said because we knew that who was waiting at 8-9.
yeah,
It was Ohio State and Tennessee, and I didn't say they
yeah.
got screwed because of Tennessee.
No,
Mm-hmm.
We
because
said
they
they
had
got
to
screwed
play
because they had to
Ohio
play
State.
Ohio State. So like, you know, like
Does
I
the
think
college
like that's
football
telling.
committee want? Do they want the two best teams to finish up at the end, or they want it to be some free for all? What are they
He
looking
just put
for?
12 of them in there and say,
Yeah.
hey, it's like
I
Hunger
think
Games now. Who come out?
I think what they need to do is they need to reseed. They need to like after you play the first round. Now the lowest seed go plays.
Come on,
That's what they need to do.
that seems
Now
like common
you got to
knowledge.
get
Yeah,
the seeding right because it would have ended up still Ohio State going to Oregon. So then you got to get the
yeah.
seeding right.
Hmm.
But like I think that like you got to reseed. You gotta reconfigure like the NFL does, right?
It's a new season.
You got to.
Yeah,
As it
yeah,
goes on, it should be
yeah.
ever evolving until it
Yeah.
gets there. It can't just be this how it is, and
Yeah.
we see all these possibilities. We damn near know what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. That is yeah.
Okay, okay. So look, we here now. Let me get your picks. I'm
Mm,
sorry, picks and scores.
picks and scores. Hey,
Picks and scores. Picks and
I'm gonna
scores.
I'm gonna take the underdog, man. I always been Mighty Mouse. You know what I'm saying? But I stand up. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, that boy
I
got that
stand
S
up.
curl. That boy got that S curl on that sideline, boy. He's scrolling up and down that sideline, looking like that guy over there. First black head coach to be in this position. Hey,
Awesome.
I feel like Martin Luther King. It's almost Martin Luther King Day, man.
That's
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying? We got the
Look at
hey,
this.
we got
Yeah,
we got the
he's
whole the bloodstained banner. It's going down. I got I got Notre Dame 24-21.
Ooh, close.
Hey,
It's
both of these defenses don't
yeah.
give up 2 touchdowns. Like they literally went their whole season not giving up 2 touchdowns on average.
Mm.
It's gonna be
So
fun. So I'll double that with 24, but I think it ain't gonna be all them fireworks we think. It's gonna be a little brutal.
I'm gonna take Ohio State 28-13, and I'm
Two
gonna say
scores.
that those 13 points that Notre Dame scores likely come in the second half because they went inside and got some rah rah speech. They had to come out and even put up a fight because I think Ohio State really can get out of hand with them. So 28-13 because Notre Dame got a rah rah and maybe they get a kickoff return down to opposing 20 or 30, something
Punt
like that.
block,
That might give
punt
them, yeah,
block.
might get something in there because it's some leprechaun pot of gold rainbow going on around there. That might be some luck they got. Other than that, I'll say 28-13. You
That's
got Matt.
solid.
Oh man, I think I think Ohio State man comes out because I don't think that they played necessarily bad. against Texas offensively. I don't think they were as sharp as they normally are.
They weren't.
I think they go back. I think they come out flying around. Um, I think it's. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 38-17. I'm gonna go 38-17.
I like that. Come on, Chip. Come put on the display.
On 30. Now,
Come put on
here's
the
the deal.
show.
That I think if it's a touchdown three, then I like Notre Dame in that, but I think it's 38-17.
Well, there you have it. You've heard the final scores from your beloved True Sons, man. Hopefully, one of us hits the nail on the head with this
Oh,
prediction.
real quick.
Yeah.
5-star transfer from Georgia to Mizzou.
Yep. Damon Wilson.
5-star transfer.
They
from
make
Georgia.
they make like Woj. Hold on
Damon
now.
Wilson.
This is Woj. Did Woj come back to?
Yeah, that boy.
You know
he
what I
quick
mean?
with it, ain't he?
And
Hey.
drink we trust, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Georgia
Yeah.
a little upset. Georgia a little upset about that now. They done lost their quarterback to his old lady. He down there in Miami doing TikToks. And now they done lost one of their premier guys, man. So hey, shout out to Mizzou all across the board, because right now we're handling business against Florida
Yes.
on the road in basketball. So
What's the
hopefully
score?
we'll be ranked.
What's the score?
We'll be ranked soon. We'll see when it comes back. But we were up by like 16 and a half. Let me
Okay.
see. They might be making a
Hopefully
run on
we
us
are
now,
getting
but I
ranked.
believe we're gonna hold on.
It's 58-51 with 12 minutes left. That's the
12
live
minutes
ball
left.
play.
On the
Little
road.
nervous.
We up. I'm gonna watch that one.
But all right, y'all. Look, True Sons once again. I'm Kevin Rutland. We're here with Jimmy Maclin, Sean Weatherspoon, man. We did it again. Maybe we could do it after the game too, to really hone
Yeah.
in how Ohio State did prevail.
Hey,
in the
y'all
way we
don't
thought so.
listen to J Mac, man. He picked the Vikings to win the Super Bowl.
Hey,
man.
whoa. First of all, I got set up. Aaron, I was just trying to throw something out there. Aaron, if I was being serious, I would have said Eagles Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Oh, you can't go wrong there, Mac. That's
Why
your
not
spot.
why not be serious?
Because I was what the
Hey.
kids troll. I was trolling.
Oh, yeah, that's something. That's
I
something.
was trolling.
Hey, it was them end zone dances. It was all them dances you seen them boys were jigging
Yeah.
hitting all the dances
Hey,
in
and
Minnesota.
I'm tired of all the Chiefs disrespect. Come on, man. If you don't have the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, like, well,
Eagles Chiefs. I just said that.
no, I'm saying anybody out there who's been saying the Chiefs aren't the same team.
Well, how do
If
you
you win
how do
all
you
those
go
games?
against Lamar though? How do you not pull for Lamar if he's in the championship game?
No. I want to see Lamar Jackson win
I
one.
think that's the
I'm just
bigger
telling
like
you,
ask for.
I
But
don't
I
see
think
how Kansas City doesn't pull this off.
Can Lamar go to Buffalo and win?
He got to go. He got to go there first.
You got to go win in Buffalo.
I'm hoping he does.
Hey man,
But-
it's just something about a quarterback who he ain't getting his braids done. He got his grill in. Hey, the boy on Terrence Crawford time.
Yeah, he is.
He
Yeah,
on
he is.
Crawford
He is.
time. I think he'll pull this one off. But I think them old Lions, bro. Ooh, man,
That's a hard one
bro.
to go against.
That's a squad right there, man. I love to watch them play.
And
Eagles, Chiefs.
that city
Eagles,
is really
Chiefs.
behind them.
Eagles, Chiefs.
You can't miss with that one either, Mac.
Eagles get their get back. Eagles get their get
Ooh.
back. Eagles, Chiefs. Eagles get their get back.
Man, you know how
They
many
gotta
people I'm gonna have to unfollow the Eagles win?
They got to get healthy. They gotta be full strength. They got guys trying to. It's Slade playing. They gotta get healthy. We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting, man. Hey, man, it's great to do it once again, man. Good to see
Once
y'all
again.
too, fellas.
All right, fellas.
All right, man. True Sons. Until next time.
Indeedy.